is Sunday, July the 8th, 2018, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's a lot of shows. Of course, we also do our dog of the day. We do some other videos as well. So basically, a lot of video, but consistent. We do it every single day, at least our live show. Been doing 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've mixed the times up over time, but we always do it every single day. Sometimes it's at a special time, and I usually will announce that in the dog of the day. It looks like for at least over the short term, we're going to continue right around this time. It's not exactly at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. It's around 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We're not a TV show or anything like that. But the one thing that we will be doing is moving this to our Facebook group. Be 100% in our Facebook group. We'll probably do some other stuff on YouTube. We'll continue to do the dog of the day on YouTube, things of that nature. But the live show will probably be 100% in the Facebook group. Just easier that way for me. So, join our Facebook group. Of course, we got a bunch of free giveaways going on in the Facebook group as well. After the All-Star break, we're going to be doing a free consensus report. Of course, we did the free 3-day Premium Plus. It was a Grand Slam home run. It was nice winners. And I see a lot of people participating in the Facebook group, giving out their picks. And I saw a lot of people on a lot of winners yesterday. You guys know, when it's favorite town, when all the squares are cashing, generally I'm on the other side of that stuff. So not my best day I ever had, that's for sure. I think we were 2-1 on the show. One of my winners was the gigantic underdog of the day, the Rockies. But, it's the way it's going to happen. I mean, the public doesn't win all the time for good reason. We know that. So not my best day, but I know a lot of people in the Facebook group were winners, and I saw a lot of our other cappers at sportschatexperts.com. You guys know I'm a value player, and I go, more for the dogs. And I believe yesterday only 2 underdogs won on the entire card. We had one of them on the show, the Colorado Rockies. The other one I think was the Phillies, and outside of that, I don't think another dog even came close. Matter of fact, there was some gigantic favorites. When you see like minus 350 favorites and minus 200 favorites, like 3 or 4 of those winning, likely I've had a bad day. So that's just the way that it is. You guys know I don't touch that crap. That's how you lose a lot of money in a hurry. So I normally go for the value plays. That's just what I do. That's why I think 3.5 million people a month read my picks. Because it's just not, I'm not just giving out minus 350 favorites. But of course, everyone's entitled to pick whatever they want, bet on whatever they want. It's your money, and I suggest you be confident in your picks when you're placing your bets, whether you get them from me, whether you get them from yourself, from another capper, however you do it. It's your money. So if you don't feel good about got 15 Major League Baseball, 3 WNBA today. We've been covering Wimbledon over there as well as the World Cup. Got daily fantasy. Brett, our fantasy guy, has been on fire this season. If you guys are into that fantasy stuff, DraftKings, FanDuel, if you've just been playing Brett's picks, you have been cashing. That's for sure. He's been doing extremely well, giving out, big winners. I think he's gotten as high as 3rd place in one of those gigantic tournaments. So it's like, I think that 3rd place finish in that tournament would cover your entire season. It was like 10 grand or something he won on like a $30 entry fee. So I know he's cashed in. He does a lot of 50-50s and things of that nature. So be sure to check out Brett's articles on daily fantasy as well as his fantasy articles. But anyways, we're going to do 3 free picks just like we do every single day. I got 5 picks in the premium area today, 4 in the premium, 1 in the plus. it just seems that this slate of games this weekend, it's like a lot of the haves against the have-nots. It's just the way it is. It's Red Sox Royals, the team with the second, third best record in baseball up against, the worst team in baseball. It's just the way that it is. Even like the mediocre teams like the Twins draw the Orioles, who are the worst team in baseball, right? They're the worst record. The White Sox, Astros. These are not, the competitive series. The only, it's just not. So that's why you're seeing gigantic lines. And so far, at least yesterday, not a lot of the dogs showing us that they had any teeth whatsoever. But let's get to today's first pick of the show. And let's go to the game between the Tigers and the Rangers. Boy, the Tigers look dead in the water, and they are dead in the water. I mean, they're not going to do anything in the American League Central. They went on a losing streak at the same time that the Indians went on a big winning streak, but just the the way that it goes sometimes, and just couldn't have picked a worse time to do that. But by doing that, they're done for the season. They were competing. Now the Indians can pretty much just cruise in that division. I think the Twins, I mean, if they really, really rally, win their head-to-head games with the Indians, maybe. But I don't even think that they are going to be there. Because, 10 games under 500. The Twins, the thing that they have in their back pocket is a lot of canceled games. So they have a lot of makeup games to go as well. So they've probably played less games than anybody else. But, the Indians are 49-38. The Twins 38-48. The Tigers 40-51. It's just not going to get it done. What you call that as a runaway. But anyways, back to this Tigers game. I like the way that they're playing. Michael Fulmer is a guy that's been on the trade block. I've heard Michael Fulmer trade rumors. And he's favored today against a Texas team that had been hitting really well. But, boy, they came in this Tigers series. They seem to have left the bats at home. Maybe they only hit well at home. But looking at the standings, Tigers 11 back. The Twins 10 back of the Indians in what was the tightest divisional race. But we'll take the Tigers to get it done again here against the Rangers, and that'll be our first pick for today's show. The Rangers 20.5 games back in the American League West. So you can see there's a lot of haves and a lot of have-nots as we head into the All-Star break. We see, in the American League East, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and then third place, the Rays are 16 games back. The Indians, 10.5 games ahead. Because Astros, the Mariners are 3.5 back. The A's, 10 games back. Phillies, Braves, Nationals, 5 games back. Mets, 13.5 games back. The only real competitive divisions are the National League Central, where the Brewers lead. The Cubs, a game and a half back. The Cardinals, then 6.5 back. The Pirates, 12.5 back. So really a 3-team race there, a 3-team race in the National League East, and a 4-team race in the National League West. The Diamondbacks, a 1-game lead, but this team, it's feast or famine. The Dodgers, a game back. The Rockies, 3.5 back. And the Giants, 4.5 games back. A game over 500 now. This was a team that was really struggling. I love the Giants in this division, especially getting Bumgarner and Cueto back in the rotation. Moves everybody back down. And, what happens when you lose your number 1 pitcher, everybody has to move up in the rotation. So your number 2 is going up against everybody else's number 1. Your 3 is going up against the 2. When you lose number 1 and number 2, your 3 is now your number 1. So, you're basically overmatched in every single game unless some kid from the minors that you bring up all of a sudden catches fire. And they did have that happen. Last year it was Ty Black. This year it's been Rodriguez. Pudge Rodriguez's son has been absolutely outstanding. I expect the Giants to win that division. I picked him at the beginning of the year, and I like it even more now. But anyways, get to another free pick. On today's card. Just once again, a lot of big, big numbers out here. Minus 200s, minus 300. I mean, just ridiculous numbers. So speaking of the Twins, Odorizzi on the mound here against Alex Cobb. Odorizzi minus 155. And Orioles, I mean, they stunk. This is, I mean, I've been following baseball my whole life. The Orioles are, no shitting on this one, okay? They're 40 games under 500. We're not even at the All-Star break. They're 40 games under. 40. They've won 24 games all season long. 24-64. That's 40 games under 500. That is about as bad as it gets. 12-35 on the road. I mean, how could you even bet this team? I mean, anytime the Orioles are minus one, anytime you can get minus 150 or better going against the Orioles, it's one of the greatest bets there is out there because they only win a third of their games. So kind of like my math on the minus 200 teams, how if you bet a minus 200 team every single day, a team that averages being minus 200, and you bet them every single day, and if they win, if they go 102-60, you lose $1,800 over the course of a season. Same thing now on the other side for on the Orioles. They win less than a third of the time. So fire away. I mean, you can go minus 200 against the Orioles because they're going to lose 100 and something games easily. They're only 36 games away from losing 100. We're not even at the All-Star break. We are 6 games past the midpoint of the season. They're going to lose 120 games. This stink. This is easy money. Take the Minnesota Twins layup. This is an overlay. Odorizzi has not been good. Cobb, who the hell cares? I mean, it really doesn't matter. The Orioles invent ways to lose. Bad teams find a way to lose. If you've been watching the Chicago White Sox at all this season, my team, I mean, it hasn't been the pitching. It hasn't been the hitting. It's been some horrific defense. I mean, horrific. I've never seen defense at the major league level as bad as the White Sox have played this season. Lazy pop flies to center field, dropping in for triples. I mean, that's how bad it is in Chicago. With 2 outs, you know how the guys, you run on anything, right? It's like that Oakland game that they lost last weekend. It was a lazy pop fly to center field that nobody caught. It was dropped. It's like it hit the guy in the glove. He dropped it. And you've seen the White Sox drop more balls, kick more balls, do whatever. It definitely kicked us in the balls like they did yesterday as well. But we'll take the Minnesota Twins here on principle alone. I think we'll lay their run line as well. What the hell? Let's kick the team when they're down. The Orioles deserve it for putting that product on the field this season. That'll be our second pick for today's show. Of course, we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We have free picks every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. If you're looking for our best bets, over at sportschatexperts.com and sportschatplace.com Premium and Premium Plus. Those of you that haven't been watching recently, a lot going on at Sports Chat Place behind the scenes. You guys are going to see a lot of changes in the coming weeks. All the things that you like about Sports Chat Place will continue, and you're going to see a whole new thing happening here. And I have some big announcements to make as well that are on the horizon about some new friends that we have. But of course, free picks every single day, every single game. Let's get one more pick, and I'm going to hit the ocean. We have some really good waves here in Hawaii. We usually do. It's pitch black outside, but I like to be first in the water, get my waves in. By the time everybody else is waking up and jumping in the water, I'm already done. I'm home watching baseball with you guys. But can't wait to do football. One of the things that's been proposed to me by some of the new people that I'm going to be involved with is, and this is something that I want to ask you guys about, is I'm planning on doing all day viewing parties. of watching college football all day, doing in-game betting on the games. Bet like start with the early games, and then as the next games approach, we'll be betting together on the next round of games, and then as the games continue to go, you guys know I have the full setup in my house of all the TVs, I have computers, I have everything, so I can watch all the games with you guys. And there are different ways. It won't be on Facebook or YouTube, but there are other video methods of doing these things. So we're talking about having NFL and college football watch parties, kind of like all day. So you don't have to, hang out with me all day, but you can pop in and out. But that's something that we're going to be doing going forward. No, I won't be in Vegas. At least I'm not planning on being there. The way my schedule is going these days, I don't know when I'm going to be there. I thought that after my trip to Ohio that I wasn't going to be in anywhere until Labor Day. I've taken 3 trips since then. So don't hold me to that. Like I said, we have so many things going on. I have just so many meetings and things I have to go to. It's just craziness. But I will have to see. But of course, free picks every single day here at sportschatplace.com. I see a lot of people watching us on YouTube Live. Of course, the best place to watch us is in our Facebook group, because that's where we have all the giveaways. That's where we're giving away. Our next thing is the free consensus reports for everybody in our Facebook group. So even if you watch us on YouTube Live, be sure to be a member of our Facebook group so you can get in on these free giveaways. We have that. Then we have Christmas in July coming up. We have NFL specials, college football specials. We have all kinds of things with sports books that want to give you guys free bets and free offers. No deposit, no credit card, none of that bullshit. So if you don't want to join, you don't have to join. You can just get the free bet and do whatever the hell you want. But we'll be doing together, say, hey, how was this sportsbook experience? We're doing it all together. But anyways, let's get to another free pick. Let's go to, wow, some tough games here. Let's go to San Francisco, where the Giants are taking on the Cardinals. Got Bumgarner up against Flaherty. Total in this one is set at 7.5. I like the under in this game. Bumgarner seems to have found his game. Flaherty's been pretty decent himself, and neither of these teams showing much bats. These two teams are typical playoff-type teams, and they play typical playoff-type baseball. Bumgarner's ERA, 2.5 for the season, even though he hasn't looked great. He's 1-3 overall. He's just shown his best stuff recently, where he's got a .86 ERA in his last 3. Flaherty ballooning up to a 4.76. The team's 0-3 in his last 3 starts. But he's got a 3.19 on the season. 7.5 seems a little low, but I'm going to go with the under in this one, and that'll be my third and final pick for today's show. Just a quick recap: get every pick, a free pick on every single game, every single day at Sports Chat Place. We have group discussion of picks, people giving out their picks, showing their betting tickets, all kinds of stuff like that. Community, real community on our Facebook group. Of course, it's called Sports Chat Place. It's not just an open community. It's a private group, so you have to just say, I want to be a member of this group. Either myself or one of our moderators will approve you if you have a real profile on Facebook. We're not going to accept fake people when everybody else is putting the real stuff. It's unfair to let people just come in with fake profiles and just no profile and come into our group, especially, you guys know, this is my house, right? And this is my name and this is me. So if I'm willing to put myself out there and everybody else is putting themselves out there, then we're certainly not going to give out free stuff to people that, don't want to be part of the actual community. They just want to, come in. But just not what we do. But, of course, join the Facebook group. A lot of people giving out. I know yesterday with all those favorites coming in, the games that you guys can play that I can't. A lot of people giving out some good winners in there. A lot of people putting out their picks, showing their tickets. Cool stuff going on. And some people even giving me credit for some of their picks that they made, which yesterday probably not so easy to do, even though we were 2-1 on our show. But, of course, let's just recap today's show really quick. We took the Detroit Tigers, Michael Fulmer on the hill. We took the Minnesota Twins, and we took the under 7.5 in the Giants-Cardinals game. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have an awesome day. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you in our Facebook group as I participate in there as well. If you got a question like that, Max, by all means, post it in the group.